because the word of the day was introduced by a person who takes so much of initiatives and achieved the membership award. And I forget one of the greatest achievement. I'll ask the Vice President Membership, Toastmaster Jijo, because he deserves that. Toastmaster Jijo, please announce what we have achieved. What is the latest achievement our club achieved?
Thank you, Mr. President, to give me the opportunity. Hello, Toastmasters, Tajians. It's our proud moment to announce that we have achieved all the membership awards of the district this year. The third award was today we achieved it, and that thereby I suppose we are the only club to have achieved all the awards on time, and it's all because of you members and the ESCOM support. We have to spread the word to everyone. That's why we are here. We learn and we let others learn. Let's keep doing it the next year to even more greater heights and support the VP membership elect, Toastmaster Manas. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Jijo, for the information of the new members. There are 3 membership awards by Toastmaster International. It's from Toastmaster International of District 79. We have achieved the Smedley Award. We have achieved the Talk Up Toastmasters. And now we have achieved, by adding 5 members, we have achieved the Beat the Clock
Award.
So this is the second time TAJ is achieving this award.
Yeah, first time is from Dr. Mahesh himself.
Thank you. And this is a great achievement for all of us Tajians. We continue our journey to be the #1 in District 79. And without much delay, we have a lot of speeches today. We'll start the education session. To conduct today's session, we have a person who always takes initiatives from the day one he joined Toastmasters. He's a member of 4 clubs, if I'm not wrong. And you have seen his presence everywhere in the club, area, division, and in the district events. He always believed in consistency and always maintained the honesty, enthusiasm. And I believe that a person whom we trust, who always go by the rules. Let me welcome our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Hassan Hussain. Toastmaster Hassan, the virtual stage is yours.
Thank you, Presiding Officer, for this kind and generous introduction. Fellow Toastmasters, distinguished guests, a warm good evening to all of you. My dear Toastmaster, I welcome you all to this pleasant evening. Let us enjoy the moment. As said by Martin Luther King, take the first step in faith. You don't need to see the whole staircase, just take the first step, said by Martin Luther King. As the theme of our today's meeting says, every ending has a new beginning. When something ends, something new begins. And a new beginning is always a new opportunity. Learning to see the end of something as an opportunity rather than a punishment, it always helps us to change our mindset, to change our life experience, and to enjoy the moment where we are. We always begin a new chapter in our life. We experience so many things ending in our life. And most of the time, when something ends, we get something better coming in our hand. There is nothing constant but the change, said by someone. So it has something to end to get something new. So wherever we are today, or whatever we have achieved something new today, it is because of something has ended in past from our life. The current situation when it comes, We lost our old days. We all are missing our old days. The age, the era of freedom, where we were able to freely move, to meet freely to each other. But today's in this pandemic, we are restricted to move from one place to other, to meet someone, to gather together. But at the same time, it brings a lot of opportunities. Of course, obstacle came in our life, but same moment, many opportunities came forward. We are still able to meet each other. Even due to restriction, we turn to online. When one thing ends, we switch to the new thing. That was a new beginning of a digital era. So in our life also, every single opportunity, every single challenge, when it ends, it takes place with a new beginning or new, you can say, the success. The only thing we have to keep in our mindset that nothing remains constant. Life has to change. The age changes and the stages in our life, it changes. So every moment is precious. Instead of fighting on the moment that has passed, we shall keep focus on the present and keep enjoy the moment we live in. And with this mindset, surely we can turn any obstacle in our life into the opportunity. Fellow Toastmasters, so if we accept to learn the situation, if we accept to learn what the present is and move on, believe me, you can be the successful. No one can stop you to get the success. Fellow Toastmasters, in the tonight's meeting, we have a lineup of 5 speakers. In the agenda, it was 7, but due to some unavoidable reason, we are limited to 5 speakers today. So before I proceed towards the educational session meeting proceeding, let me introduce all our meeting leaders. They are the key players during the meeting who will be guiding us throughout the meeting, who will be assisting us throughout the meeting, and they will help us how to improve in certain areas. So let me call my first meeting leader for tonight, who is an R counter, to explain his role. The role of R counter will be played by Toastmaster Karthikeyan. Toastmaster Karthik, please explain your role.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and esteemed guests. The purpose of our counter is to note words and sounds that are used as a crutch or a pass filler by anyone who speaks. During the meeting, I will listen for overused words, including and, well, but, so, and you know. I will also listen for filler sounds, including a, r. I will also note when a speaker repeats a word or a phrase such as I, or this means, this means. At the end of the meeting, I will report the number of times that each speaker used these expressions. Thank you. Back to the Toastmaster of the evening.
Thank you, Toastmaster Karthik, for explaining your role in detail. Now let us hear from our grammarian. The grammarian for tonight is Toastmaster Netu Ratesh. Toastmaster Netu, kindly please explain your role.
Thank you. Good evening, Toastmasters and fellow guests. Good evening once again. As grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to all speakers, listening carefully to their language usage. I will take note of any improper language as well as any outstanding words, quotes, sayings, or thoughts. I will give the grammarian report when called upon by the general evaluator. Thank you, and back to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Netu, for explaining your role. Now we have our next meeting leader, a word master, and he already has introduced the word, so I will move on to the next meeting leader without calling him. Our next meeting leader, he is a key player who will be always reminding us that how important is to maintain the time. He will be guiding us by the stopwatch. Let us hear from him in detail what will be his role as a timer. Toastmaster Jabir Ali, please explain your role as a timer today.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. As a timer, I will time the prepared speeches, table topic speakers, and the evaluations. I will also alert each speaker of the time they have left using the green, yellow, and red cards, which denote specific times remaining. Those giving prepared speeches should limit their remarks to their specific speech times. Icebreaker speeches should be 4 to 6 minutes in length, green card at 4 minutes, yellow card at 5 minutes, and red card at 6 minutes. Most other speeches should be 5 to 7 minutes in length, green card at 5 minutes, yellow card at 6 minutes, and red card at 7 minutes. Table topic speakers should limit their remarks between 1 to 2 minutes, green card at 1 minute, yellow card at 1 minute 30 seconds, and red card at 2 minutes. The individual evaluations should be between 2 to 3 minutes, green card at 2 minutes, yellow card at 2 minutes 30 seconds, and red card at 3 minutes. For all speeches, table topics, and evaluations, the speakers have 30 seconds to wrap up their presentation after their red card. I will submit my report once called upon for submit my meeting report. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jabir, for explaining the role in so detail. Now we have vote counter for today's meeting. Let us hear from vote counter Toastmaster Dr. Mahesh for the role of vote counter.
Once again, good evening, dear Toastmasters and guests. As a vote counter, I'll be sharing the the Google Forms at the end of each session, that is the prepared speech session evaluation. You can vote online. I'll provide my report when called upon by the presiding officer. Back to you, the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Mr. Vote Counter. Before I proceed for the prepared speech, I would like to mention there is one change in the agenda. The speech of Dr. Arunachalam will be evaluated by Distinguished Toastmaster Guru Rajan. Rest remains the same. So let me move on to the prepared speech session. Before I call my first speaker, let us hear from his evaluator, Toastmaster Muhammad Shakir. Toastmaster Muhammad Shakir, please explain the objective of the project to be given by Toastmaster Muhammad Iqbal Qasim.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the evening. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. My speaker, Toastmaster Iqbal Qasim, going to deliver his Level 1 Project 3, Researching and Presenting. The purpose of this project is for the member to learn or review basic research methods and present a well-organized and well-researched speech on any topic. Speech title was Everything About Milk. Speech length will be 5 to 7 minutes. I wish all the best for my speaker. Back to you, Toastmaster of the evening.
Thank you, Toastmaster Muhammad Shakir. Our next speaker is yet again a young, dynamic leader, a consistent leader. He is very committed one, and we hope a great success for him in the future. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Iqbal Qasim on the stage. Toastmaster Iqbal, the virtual stage is all yours.
Can I have screen sharing?
Yeah, 1 second. Yeah, you can share now.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Warm welcome to all of you. Let your food be your medicine and your medicine be your food. A famous proverb by Hippocrates. He means if you have a right food, it doesn't require a medicine. My topic for today is everything about UHT milk. What is UHT milk? It's nothing but ultra heat treated milk. Milk is a component from your birth until your death. It's a very common and essential food item which we are going to discuss about. In my topic, in my speech, we'll be noting about what is milk and what are the different factors which are going to affect the milk, the composition, and why it is recognized as healthy diet, and what is UHT milk, and what are the different types, and what is the consumer trend. It's changing every time. What is their need, and how UHT long life milk is going to compromise their trends. And also in the last, we are going to see about the milk consumption in KSA particularly. It's a nutrient rich and functional food. It's called as milk. The factors which are going to affect the milk starts from the farming practices, the nutrition fed to the animals, genetics, and the environmental. All these factors play a major role in affecting the quality of milk. As you see, the component of milk, the major component, 87% is water, lactose is 5%, protein 3%, and fat 3%, and rest is your minerals and vitamins. It is a source of high quality protein, which is necessary for your growth and development, your cellular repair and immune system, which is most required during this pandemic season. And this is rich in calcium and fats. The fat is going to provide you high energy during your neonatal structure is born, and it gives you essential fatty acids. It contains vitamins B2 and B12, which reduce your fatigue and provides you to function the proper nervous system. What is ultra high temperature technique? Usually, the milk is treated in two ways. We call it as fresh milk and UHT milk. The fresh milk and UHT milk are same in their properties, except for their temperature of treatment. Fresh milk is treated at 72 degrees Celsius. We call it as pasteurization for 15 seconds. And UHT, ultra high temperature method, uses 135 degrees Celsius for 2 seconds. We can call this as flash method. Except for that, everything remains the same. One of my friend, I took my friend to Nesto, and when I was selecting this UHT milk, long life milk, my friend asked me, is this same like fresh milk? Do you have any preservative added? Do you have any derivatives inside? Is it good for my kid? Now, I'm going to answer to my friend as well as to the people who doesn't know about UHT milk. This UHT milk has increased shelf life not by adding preservatives or derivatives, just by high heat, which kills all the pathogenic bacteria. And this is shelf stable. It doesn't require a refrigerator to store this kind of milk. And these are packed in aseptical bag, which is 6 layered. Initial 2-3 layers will be cardboard, and the last layer will be aluminum foil, which is necessary for your sealing as well as oxygen barrier. Advantages of UHT: it takes less processing time, it's going to give you extended shelf life, the lower energy cost. And how many of you here like less sugar but doesn't want to compromise on sweetness? Can you raise the hands here? Fine. Is it possible without sugar? Without adding sugar, how you can increase without adding sugar, we cannot increase the taste of sweetness. But it is possible here when you start processing this UHT technology. This UHT technology has the right technique for lactose-free milk. When your lactose is removed from the milk, It adds to the sweetness naturally. It doesn't have to go for sugar. And it doesn't require any preservatives to store for long shelves. And the disadvantage is going to be sterilization depreciates some of your nutritional value by 10%. Additionally, it is energy consumative and the budget for machines are a little bit higher. Based on the fat content, the milk is UHT milk is considered as whole milk with 3% fat, semi-skimmed milk with 1.5% fat in it, and skimmed milk is fat-free or less than 0.5%. Milk consumption in USA, you will be interested to know about this one. But this survey is from 2012. Saudi Arabia already consumed 729 million liters of milk each year. This is a report from 2012. But still, what I meant to say here is the UHT milk take over 62% of the share, and your fresh milk is only 38%. What are the consumer trends now? Now, people started changing their trends very rapidly. The key market trends are moving in a fast pace, and the consumer behavior and purchase pattern is going in tremendous way. And now it is a big challenge for the food industry to face the food safety issues and environment issues. And this is a time for the dairy industries to focus on UHT treatment and get the best out of it. And last, healthy living. You should eat better, exercise often, feel good, and think positive. Thank you. Best of luck.
Thank you, Toastmaster Muhammad Iqbal, for this very, very informative speech. Now, we have our second speaker in line. That was third in the agenda. So before calling the speaker, let me hear from his evaluator. May I call Toastmaster Abdul Nazir to explain the objective of the second speaker.
I'm audible. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Good evening, Toastmasters, Gavels, and guests. Purpose of this project is for the member to identify his primary leadership styles. The purpose of this speech is for the member to share some aspect of his primary leadership style, discuss leadership style in general. Back to Toastmaster of the evening.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abdul Nazir, for explaining the objective of the project to be given by second speaker. Our second speaker, he is a very committed, dynamic leader. He is the role model. Whatever he takes, he is very committed and dedicated to that. Any role he takes, he do it with very high dedication. So please put your hand together to welcome our second speaker, Toastmaster Sunil Irikula, on the stage. Toastmaster Sunil, the stage is yours.
I'm audible
Yes, you are.
and I'm visible.
Yeah.
Leadership is not just about a title or a position. Rather, it's an action. It's an example that you will set for others. My dear fellow Toastmasters and respected guests, a warm good evening to you all. Let me hear first from my audience, who is a leader? Can anyone?
Anyone who leads?
Thank you.
The one who inspires you to lead to the one who inspires you basically. He's a leader.
Exactly. Anything else?
The one who shows
Okay.
you the way.
Thank you. Thank you for your interaction with me. And as you all mentioned that a leader who works from the front is a warrior in front of us, something like that. Like TAJ seniors, we have many type of leaders, such as global, communicative, something like this type of leaders. But have you felt that they are true leaders in real sense? They may be excuse you, they may be bug you, but still we all believe that they are the leaders because they are the leaders. They are the example for others. In pathway, I have chosen dynamic leadership path. When I test myself about my style of leadership, it seems to be my leadership style become a democratic style of leadership, and which I strongly recommend and support for that. Democratic leadership, it's most effective because when the entire group of team involved and we get the ideas from them and they support us and they give you the right direction for us. For example, last year we conduct our drawing competition. You all may know about that. And myself was the event chair. But with me, a group, a great team was with me, and they support me, they guide me, which path we need to go, which direction we need to go. And at the end, that event was a great, grand success. Let us talk about some known personalities such as Mahatma Gandhi, Martin Luther King Jr., and Mikhail Gorbachev. They all support democracy. People risk their life for democracy. Democracy that is not gifted to someone, but it's yearned for us, for our betterment. As you all know about that, India's democracy and independence and the history and everything, you know that, how we get independence and democracy and all of this. But to be a true leader, if democracy is enough, what do you say? Is enough for a great leader? No, that's not true. I agree, in my view, along with democratic leadership style, FFT coaching and affiliation also important. As an individual, as a corporate person, we all need continuously build up these 5C. Do you know what is this effective coaching 5C of success? Anybody have any idea about what is this 5C? Josmas Manas, do you have any idea? What is this 5C of success? Okay. This 5C of success, number 1, competence. Number 2, courage. And number 3 is communication. And number 4, compass. And number 5, coaching skill. Those was Manas, now you got it, right? Right. So, when you talk about a kid, an infant, when he become growing, he is always looking to their parents about how to walk. That means the boy is looking for their parents to how to get coaching for walking. When he grown up, he become going to school. That time he is looking for his coach as a teacher, and the teacher is coaching him how to read and write. In my workplace, I'm working, and my work style is democratic style of leadership. As you all know about that, I'm working at the health and safety department, and we are in the middle, and we have to keep some balance between the other departments. Most of the time, we come in the middle with one side with the higher management, and the other side is low level ground laborers. So what we do? Always we have every weekly safety meeting, and we discuss the issues with our laborers and discuss what's the problem for you, what are the issues in your camp and everything like that. At the end of the meeting, we prepare our report, and with our recommendation, we submit it to the higher management for the implementation. Same like our Toastmasters, we discuss with our mentors, and they will guide you in the right direction. From the childhood onwards, even in Toastmasters, we are always saying that unity is the strength. Whenever we conduct any events, we have a event chair, and with that event chair, there is a committee, and that committee is coordinating all the events, and they all give the supports and everything, and then the event become a grand success. So, my dear Toastmasters, a leader is not made within a short time. It's getting cutting like a best cut of diamonds. That is called leader. So, if your action inspire others to dream more, learn more, and better more, he is a real hero for the person who is inspiring him. So I found my style of leadership. Are you? Back to you, Toastmaster of the evening.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sunil. With this, let us move for our next speaker. Before I call my next speaker, let us hear from his evaluator. And to evaluate the speech of next speaker, we have another leader. He is Toastmaster Dr. Mahesh. Toastmaster Dr. Mahesh, can you please explain the objective of the project to be given by next speaker?
Good evening, dear Toastmasters of the evening and my fellow Toastmasters and guests. My speaker will be delivering his level 1, project 2, the first speech. The purpose of this project is for the member to present a speech on any topic, receive feedback, and apply the feedback to the second speech. The purpose of this speech is for the member to present a speech and receive feedback from the evaluator. Timer, please note, the time is 5 to 7 minutes, and the speech title is the only thing that matters. All the best, my speaker, DTM Sridhar, and back to you, Toastmaster of the evening.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dr. Mahesh, for explaining the objective. Our next speaker, he is actually a veteran Toastmaster. He is the past president of our own club, TAJ Toastmaster Club. He has played many key roles in the Toastmaster journey. He is a very long-term serving Toastmaster in our club. He is current president of Mecca Toastmaster Club, well known to all the Toastmaster fraternity in Riyadh in Kingdom. Put your hands together to welcome our next Toastmaster. He is a distinguished Toastmaster, S.R. Sridhar. DTM Sridhar, the stage is yours.
Am I audible and visible?
Yes, you are.
My dad always used to say, if you have integrity, you have everything. And if you do not have integrity, you do not have anything. Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and guests. 4.5 decades back, I went to Santa Cruz Airport to receive my dad, who was coming from Delhi, going back to Gandhidham. When I was just looking, I was at the gate, I was there looking at him. Immediately, he was rushing out with a small suitcase. He came out, and then he comes and tells me, Sridhar, I have to go tonight to Gandhidham somehow. I don't, Dad, what happened? What happened? Anything emergency? Something happened? No, nothing. I have organized a meeting at 10 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. Huh? A meeting at 10 o'clock? The way you came, I thought something happened. I said, nothing. I just organized a meeting. I have to be there tomorrow. I said, why don't you go day after tomorrow? Anyway, tomorrow's flight you have got from Bombay. Sridhar, I've already organized a meeting. Integrity is always matter. I have to keep my word. I have to go. Come, we'll go to. How will you go? I said, the flights are not away. He said, come, we'll go to the Bombay Central Station. Come, directly we'll go. We went to the Bombay Central Station. By entering the lounge there, I heard a lot of voices. Panas ticket, panas. My dad said, no buying tickets from touts. I will go walking. I will not buy tickets. Don't encourage corruption. I said, I never told you I'm going to buy tickets. No, I just warned you, he said. We stood in the line for first class. I was quite happy. Almost when one person was just standing to me, I was just happy I'll get the tickets. By the time my turn came, the window, boom, the window closed. I said, Dad, ticket's not there. I was a bit happy. I told him, no, we can go home. We can go home. We can go tomorrow. Tell them that you didn't get the tickets. What do you mean? I have organized a meeting tomorrow at 10 o'clock. Come, we'll go to the second class window and take. We went. I was so happy we are going early. That came to the window, that window ticket. I handed over the chiller, and then he gave me the ticket. And then myself and my dad were so crowded. The train platform was so crowded. We meandered around the crowds, and then I reached the gate of the unreserved compartment. It was so crowded. Then I took my dad inside and went inside. But he was standing there, only barely place to stand. I put the suitcase down and told one of the co-passengers, please take care of him. And at the last one time, I pleaded with him. Now it's not late. Can you come? Because he was running temperature, I felt. But he was so enthusiastic to go back. I couldn't say anything. He said, I don't care. I have to have that meeting tomorrow. In those days, we didn't have telephones, mobiles. I had to go to telephone booth and call my mom there. My mom was also, what happened to him? Suddenly he's coming. I said, I don't know, he's having a meeting, he says. And yesterday, the next day when I talked to him, at 8 o'clock in the morning, it was as if a World Cup victory for him that he reached that place. And he said, oh, I've reached, now I have the meeting, I'll finish. Fellow Toastmasters, my dad spent every second of his life in integrity, and the results is there to see. When the 2001 earthquake came of 7.484 Richter scale in the same place at Gandhidham, Kutch, all the buildings are flattened, but the iconic buildings my dad constructed in 1955 still remain without a single scratch. That was the commitment he had. He used to say, and he used to always instill on me this quality of integrity. Abraham Lincoln said, if I can go down linked with truth, so be it. I cannot do otherwise. While in year 2001, when we were forming the District 79, I was a part of Kohinoor Club. We decided that each club should make another club. And as a VP Education peer, we increased the membership to 64 members. And then we formed the TAJ Club. Within 5 minutes, 5 months of the time, most of the members had to leave the kingdom. And we reduced to 9 members only. Then and we struggled to have meetings. And the baton was handed over to me as president. Then one of my members, Joy, he told me, Sridhar, what is this? Why we have to struggle? We could join back to Kohinoor Club. What's the problem in that? Tell the district that okay, we failed. I said, we have to meet the numbers. That would be anything that matters is integrity. I've given a word, we will make the numbers. So I cannot do otherwise. I can back. They said, you are too emotional, Sridhar. You are too emotional. What is this? Nothing happens. I said, so what? But we were so committed with our members like Maithili Srinivasan and a few members, Anthea Mendoza. We worked so hard. We found out, we thought, let us bring quality to the club. So people will definitely come to join our club. We started using a lot of things like, and our VP Education, Kapoor Saab, used to bring a big TV every time and put 20 minutes of education sessions of Toastmasters International. Little by little, we struggled, but we made the membership 32, President Distinguished, and 2 of our contestants went to the district in Dubai. Fellow Toastmasters, what does it matter? The only thing that matters is integrity. Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster S.R. Sridhar, for your inspiring speech. Let us move towards our next prepared speech. Before I move to my next speaker, let us hear from his evaluator. The evaluator for next speech is distinguished Toastmaster Guru Rajan. ATM Guru Rajan, please explain the objective of the project.
Toastmaster of the evening and fellow Toastmasters, a warm good evening to all of you. This is the purpose of the project is for the member to practice developing a communication plan. The title of the speech is to be a smart. That speech time is 5 to 7 minutes. Good luck to the speaker. Over to the Toastmaster of the evening.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Guru Rajan, for explaining the project objective. Fellow Toastmasters, our next speaker is a young, energetic leader, hails from Tamil Nadu. He is working as a medical associate professor in King Saud University. He is living in Riyadh from last 9 years, and he is our new dynamic leader from our club. He is none other than Toastmaster Dr. Arunachalam. Toastmaster Dr. Arunachalam, the virtual stage is all yours.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Please pin the timer.
Can we spotlight the timer, please?
I couldn't bind it. Please spotlight the timer.
Zoom Master, can we spotlight the timer, please?
Please sharing the screen. So
Yeah.
let them share the timer screen.
Yeah, now okay. No, please. Just wait, I will pin it. Yeah, now okay. A communication plan is a document that describes how you are going to communicate the right message to right peoples at right times. fellow Toastmaster of the evening, Toastmasters, and wonderful guests. Good evening to all. Proper communication plan is the backbone of any work and organizations. If you fail to plan, you are planning to fail, said Benjamin Franklin. Developing communication plan can help focus your message and reach your target listeners. A plan can be also influence the efficiency and simplicity of your communication methods. Do you think what is the plan of communications? Planning is the way to organize actions that will lead to fulfillment of a goal. When formulating communication plan, Dr. Robert Kabilan recommends communicating the plan 7 times in 7 ways. This might mean making use of brochure and speeches and newsletter, videos, company website, the intranet, and workshop. Toastmasters, what kind of communication plans are currently used in your unit for internal and external development of effective communications? If you are used these 7 ways that your communications will be successful. I give one example. My professor is always very smart, and he said the first step is the development of communication plan. You first initiate building of framework. His communication plan is his scholar to all the times what we want to achieve in the research objectives. Which way in our objectives can be accomplished for the goal of objectives? To whom his communication will be addressed? How we will realize our objectives, the tools and timetables. How we will measure the result of our programs, that means the evaluations. He followed above the initiated frameworks to achieve his communication plan. He produced more than 15 doctorates as a result of his communication plan. A plan will make your communication effort more efficient and effective. And a plan make everything easier. If you spend some time planning at initiate of an effect, you can save a great deal of the time later on. Because you know what you should be doing at any point in the process. From this point, I give one more example. Myself initiate the research ideas to my scholar, but I couldn't have a communication plan for my innovative research. So my team had a struggle to understand the theme of the research. The later, I created effective communication plan for my research teams, such as I first planned and designed the concepts, identify the purpose of my communications, and then assess the scholar ability. And then I held the team meeting and minutes, asked the monthly project reports, and weekly conducted one-to-one meetings, and also maintained the regular email correspondence. Based on this communication plan, the outcome of my research effort are carried out more efficiently, and also My research articles have been published in international journals as a result of this strong communication plan with my research teams. Fellow Toastmasters, what are the key things we used in our communication plan to make it successful? The key things of our communication plan need to have a straight and forward and usually clear informations and modern look. Our communication plan should be accurate, concise, and listener to be able to understanding easily. Friends, every end is a new beginning. So remember to make sure your communication plan is smart and to be a smart initiator. And follow this communication plan to ensure it successful. So for Toastmaster to be a smart. Back to Toastmaster of the evening.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dr. Arunachalam, for your wonderful speech. Fellow Toastmaster, now let us move towards our next speaker. Before I call the next speaker, let me call upon the evaluator of the next speaker. To evaluate the speech of next speaker, we have an eminent Toastmaster, Toastmaster Manaz Al-Bukhari. Kindly please explain the objective of the project.
Toastmaster of the day. The purpose of my speaker today is to share some aspect of his experience motivating his team members during the completion of his project. I wish him all the best, and back to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Manaz, for explaining the objective. Our next speaker, he is the final speaker from our prepared speech session. He is very energetic and inspiring leader, the present president of TAJ Toastmaster Club. He is certified for many internationally accepted safety training courses. He is the club coach of Grand Professional Toastmaster Club as well. Dear fellow Toastmasters, please put your hand together to welcome Toastmaster Dr. Mahesh on the stage. Toastmaster Dr. Mahesh, the virtual platform is all yours.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Am I visible?
Very clear.
Thank you. The pessimist sees difficulty in every opportunity. The optimist sees opportunity in every difficulty, said Winston Churchill. Toastmaster of the evening, my fellow Toastmasters and dear guests, a very warm good evening. When we started this program year, 2020-2021, in July 1st, we were confused because the meeting has changed from physical meetings to online meeting. We, the ExCom team, we sit together, put our heads together to make a very successful plan so that we can make this year one of the successful years. Many initiatives came from different ExCom members. So we thought of developing a motivational plan for motivating the members so that they will continue coming to Toastmasters and also take up leadership roles and educational paths. We use 4 types of motivational strategies, that is recognition, achievement, status, and affiliation. For recognition, as you all know, that we have the quarterly awards. I think we are one of the very rare clubs in District 79 or entire Toastmasters having these quarterly recognition awards. Those who complete or those who become the best speaker in every quarter, we used to award them separately. The achievement, that's for the achievement awards. For the recognition award, we need members. So those who bring members, we thought of giving them the club builder of the quarter award. Then we thought that's the only way, that's limited to few members, maybe one or two every quarter. So how we can appreciate other member achievements, how we can make others feel that they are also a part of the team, or develop or create a sense of belongingness to other members. Then we come up with a quarterly magazine. Before we used to have yearly magazine. Now we thought of like quarterly magazine, so that this will be an opportunity for the members, their families, and also our Cavaliers to express their talents, their ideas through this magazine. And also we can make a new leader. We can also appreciate one more leader who can take initiative. That also we decided that we will be giving that opportunity to new members. Then we thought of outreach events. We did 2 events. One is the drawing competition, and because of that, we got the Gavels Club, and because of that, we won one of the membership awards. And we had 2 great leaders who were the event chair. So that's how we use the style of status motivation to motivate our members. And to make people or create a sense of belongingness, we made the event team. We sit in one location and conducted the event in a smooth way. So all the event team members, they feel that they belong to a group. There was no event chair or the president or nobody. Everybody was given equal opportunities. That's one of the things we decided, that all members are given equal opportunities. See, I am the president of TAJ Toastmasters, but unfortunately, to get a speech slot, I have to wait for a few months. That shows how TAJ is treating all the members. I contact the Vice President of Education and say, sorry, you have to wait for 2 more weeks. That's how we treat members, equal opportunities. And lead from the front. One of the things I said in my first meeting, that we want to be the number 1 in the world. We want to be number 1 in the District 79 in terms of education award. So if you say something as a leader, you should show what exactly it is. And I can proudly tell you, and as of today, I am the number 1 in District 79 in terms of education award. It's not because that I want to complete the past, but because I want to show my people that yes, it can be done. Then time management. That's one of the things which helps people or motivate people to attend our meeting. We start on time, we finish on time. I can say in this many meetings, very few meetings we have exceeded the time, that too few minutes. And we maintain a transparency. Everything is transparent. We all discuss with the expo. We share that in the active groups as well. And to my role as a president, I have conducted a 360-degree evaluation, and my people have, or the people who have participated in the survey, they have given a positive feedback. One of the things I get is I am not contacting the people personally. The VP membership, VP education is contacting continuously. That's why one of the reasons I did not contact the members personally, but I'll be doing that as well. Now you might have understood why TAJ Toastmasters is number 1 in the district, or TAJ Toastmasters has made our presence in the International Toastmasters fraternity as well. This is because the motivation given by the leaders, the motivation strategy planned by the EXCOM, and it is rightly implemented by all the leaders. Dear Toastmasters, we are one of the clubs in District 79 who has added more members during this pandemic, who has not faced any problems during this pandemic. In fact, we use this opportunity or obstacle as an opportunity. Dear Toastmasters, Don't limit yourself. Many people limit themselves to what they think they can do. You can go as far as you can and believe in yourself. You can do anything. Motivate your team and you can see the wonders. Back to you, the Toastmaster today.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dr. Mahesh, for this very wonderful and inspiring and leading a speech. Dear fellow Toastmasters, as the prepared speech session comes to an end, I would like to take you back towards the theme of our meeting today. That I would like to start with saying that secret of getting ahead or moving forward is always to live in the moment. Try to do something great or something good now instead of fighting for the yesterday. What happened is happened. Let us not stick to the past. We shall always maintain to live in the present, and we can change the whole world around us. Whatever the situation is, we shall not be so overreactive. Our response shall be very determined, because it is us who determines our responses. So whenever we face some challenges, whenever we face some such situation in our life where we are stuck with no further path ahead, we shall pause for the moment and think for the right solution instead of getting distracted from it. Because remember, when any chapter comes to the end in your life, always there is a new beginning. Always the transition of a new chapter is always a start by ending of the previous chapter. So every chapter has to end at some stage of time. It is more important that we should acknowledge it, we should accept it, and we should move forward, carry forward. Life does not remain constant all the time. Whatever the time you have in your hand, utilize it. Don't waste it. Don't procrastinate the thing. Try to have better utilization of your time. Try to do the right thing at the right moment, and by this way, able to enjoy every moment of our life. Fellow Toastmasters, distinguished guests, with this we have come to the end of the prepared speech session. Before I move to the next session, let me check with our timer if all the speakers were qualified.
Except Toastmaster Sunil Edikula, all are qualified.
Thank you, Mr. Timer. Mr. Vote Counter, we can proceed for the voting, please. Meanwhile, the voting is going on. Let us move towards our next educational session. That is the important segment of this meeting, where we will get the feedback from our evaluators. In our school days, it takes months to get our result, what we need to improve and what we did better. But here in Toastmaster, we have the benefit to hear right at the moment the area of improvement and the area where we perform well. So we will listen from our evaluator in this session. And to conduct this evaluation session, we have another energetic Toastmaster who is a certified management accountant from IMA USA. He is an associate member in the Institute of Cost Accountant of India, currently working in Hoshan Group of companies as a financial planning manager, residing in Riyadh from last 10 years with his wife and 2 lovely kids. Current club secretary of our own club, TAJ Toastmasters, and he is a really inspiring leader. He has completed almost 4 pathways in very short span of time. Please put your hand together to welcome the dynamic leader, Toastmaster Nandu Kottarat, on the stage.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the evening. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, distinguished Toastmasters, and my dear friends. Evaluation are one of the most important element in Toastmasters. Why it is more important? Because the evaluator can increase his listening skills and at the same time impromptu speaking skills. At the same time, the speakers can improve their speaking skills by accepting the feedback from the evaluator. So without further ado, let me go to this evaluation session. Generally, the evaluation sessions, there are 3 segments, that is evaluation of the speakers, meeting leaders report, and finally the general evaluator report. Now let us begin with speech evaluation. Let us go to our first speaker, Toastmaster Muhammad Iqbal Qasim. To evaluate Toastmaster Muhammad Iqbal Qasim, we have an energetic and new Toastmaster. He is the VP Education elect in Distinguished Toastmasters Club. Let me invite Toastmaster Muhammad Sakir.
Thank you, General Evaluator, for that generous introduction. I felt I am in a milk factory, literally, because everything was clear in front of me. The process, the types of milk. What an interesting topic that you took. I especially say thank you to my speaker, first of all. He started with a quote, "Let your food be your medicine, and your medicine be your food." Wow, what a good starting. It will attract the audience awareness. If you have a good food, it doesn't require that much of medicine. That's the moral of that quote. Then he go through what is the type of milks, different factors that affecting milk, composition of the milk, why milk is considered as an essential part of all the ages people, long shelf life, about the ultra high temperature milk. He explained in detail what are the different type of milk, such as ultra high temperature milk and fresh milk, and a detailed report about milk consumption in KSA. Even when we heard about this details, we came to know, oh, 62% of people in KSA using the packed milk and 38% people using the fresh milk. It's a very informative session. Thank you for that. And he explained some interesting topics like healthy living. It's need eat better, exercise often, feel good, and think positive. What a very interesting topic that you took, and you took us through a very detailed in a very limited time. The clarity was good. You have a very good eye contact with the audience awareness, and your comfort level was awesome. Well researched on the topic, that your face itself shows you are comfortable and you are well researched on the topic. Now, if you will ask me a little bit of recommendations, the visualization, you can make a little bit videos or pictures that related with the topic. Anyway, you are using a PowerPoint presentation, so you can utilize that one. And you can end the speech with a quote, what you people will like. a fresh milk or a bottle milk or a UHT milk. You can end with a quote. Then a vocal variety, that you had a conversation with your friend. He's asking about the milk. So you can use a little bit vocal variety on that. The overall, it was a well-constructed, well-researched topic and well presented. By adding this small recommendations like visualization and end up with a quote and a vocal variety, you can take your speech to the next level. Thank you so much. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Muhammad Sakir, for excellent evaluation. So the speaker, you can take the note about the feedback and you can apply into your next speech. Now, let us move our next evaluation. To evaluate Toastmaster Dr. Arunachalam, we have an evaluator. Let me introduce him as an evaluation guru. Let me welcome Toastmaster DTM Gururajan to evaluate Toastmaster Dr. Arunachalam.
The spotlight, timer spotlight is, or I have to pin the timer. Thank you, the General Evaluator, for the nice words spoken. A warm good evening once again to all Toastmasters. Right message to right people at right time. This is a best slogan that can fit a very good communication plan. I really like this thought with this message. Now, dear Toastmasters, raise your hands if you really know the importance of the good communication plan. Please raise your hands if you're convinced. Please. Thank you. I liked his speech. One thing is a speech which normally use the slides for delivering the speech, but he used it without slides with mere presence of hand gestures and like movements, etc. This is a very good attempt. Perhaps if you use the slides, what will happen? The movements, everything will be restricted, it will not be seen. And what I liked is he mentioned the quotes from Benjamin. It was added attraction to that. Mainly, then he finally concentrated what is a good communication plan. He was concentrating more on evaluations. You need evaluation. Communication also, he was insisting on evaluation, and a clear objective was his main aim. So the objective should be very clear, then only we can effectively communicate. Then I'm really amazed with his personal experience, which he showed in an episode in his research project. And what are the methods he adopted to improve the communication to make this project more successful, like weekly meetings, minutes and reports, and the clear concepts, etc. He is also the view that the communication plan should be easily understood. I really liked his ending, saying that he took the title of the speech in the end to be smart. So this really has some effect in the speech. He was having good hand gestures and his voice was clearly heard. This was a very good speech and he could work on a very few things. One of the things what I meant is when when the speaker is attempting the personal experience, it's a storytelling. When you are storytelling, you could have brought more a clarity in the speech, saying that what were the difficulties he faced without the proper communication plan. He should describe it, and then how he overcome that. He should describe that, not simply listing down these items. Maybe if they're not very clear on how you overcome, what are the importance. He could have done that because he has got a personal experience of that. And with that, he could have added vocal variety and some more audience interaction. Dear Toastmasters, it was an excellent speech, really telling the importance of communication. If you add the personal storytelling much better with vocal variety and customer interaction, audience interaction. It will go to the next level. Good luck to the speaker and over to the general evaluator.
Thank you, ATM Gururachan, for a wonderful evaluation and valid suggestions. Now let us move to our next evaluation. To evaluate Toastmaster Sunil Idikula's speech, we have another young and experienced evaluator. Let me invite Toastmaster Abdul Nasir.
Good evening, Toastmasters, gavels, and guests. Today, my speaker, Toastmaster Sunil Idikula, had given a wonderful speech. There is a saying, dress will address you. Yes, his style of entry was excellent, with excellent dressing sense. He started with interaction. Who is the leader? Yes, most of the audience answered. After that, he explained his style of leadership. He followed democratic leadership style. And he explained the benefit of democratic leadership style also. He fulfilled the criteria of his project. Congratulations, Toastmaster Sunil Idikula. Yes, of course, voice modulation was there. Eye contacts and body movements was there. In all means, your speech was excellent. According to Toastmastering, without recommendations, evaluation will not be complete. That's why I suggest 2 recommendations. First one is your stage movement. Your stage movement is only towards one angle. Next time you try to move sideways, then that speech will be excellent. Second one is, while you speak, try to avoid that you have to keep the camera in the eye level, that you can avoid the seeing of the ceiling fan and all. That will disturb the audience. In these 2 recommendations, I try to conclude my evaluation. To sum up, you are revealed that you are a good leader, and you proved that. Congrats, Sunil Idikula. Back to General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abdul Nasir, for a great evaluation. And now let us move to our 4th evaluation. To evaluate DTM Sridhar, we have another eminent and a great leader. Let me invite Toastmaster Dr. Mahesh Pillai to evaluate Toastmaster DTM Sridhar's speech.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Thank you. Once again, good evening, dear Toastmasters and guests. The only thing that matters. What a great title of the speech, DTM Sridhar. And you made it clear in your speech that the only thing that matters is integrity. You started the speech with an advice given by your father. I think this is one of the best advice a father can give to his son. If you have integrity, you have everything. And he has told us how he followed his father's advice till now. With that, he glued the audience to his speech. Then he continued the speech with a story. Everyone likes stories. So he grabbed the audience attention throughout his speech. Dicham Sridhar, you are an amazing speaker and a natural storyteller. You have all the ingredients in the speech which attracts the audience. The speech craft. What a great opening. Then advice from the father. Then the body, story. Then you moved on to Toastmasters, how the integrity that you learned from your father, how you're used in Toastmasters, and also how about the formation of TAJ Club and District 79. There was no disconnecting between, the transition was smooth. You moved from one segment to another without feeling any disconnect. In the conclusion, again, you emphasize on integrity and ask all the members, the integrity is more important. Your voice was very clear. You were confident. Your gestures were amazing. Dicham Sridhar, I would like to give you 2 recommendations. First one, setting off your camera. When you come closer, it was like this. You see, my face is half cut and you're not able to see you clearly. The second one, you could have added a bit humor to spice up your speech. You were telling a story and there was opportunity where you can put some humor into it. Overall, it was an amazing speech with a great opening, body, and conclusion, and you delivered it in a perfect manner. And with these 2 recommendations, adjusting your camera and adding some humor, that it will be like an icing on the cake, which will attract more audience. And back to you, Mr. General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dr. Mahesh Pillai, for a very crispy evaluation. Now let us move to our next evaluation. To evaluate Toastmaster Dr. Mahesh Pillai, we have another evaluation champion. Let me invite Toastmaster Manas Al-Bukhari. Toastmaster Manas, the stage is yours.
Thank you. Thank you, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Nandu Kotarat. How do we motivate a team? Toastmaster Dr. Mahesh Pillai, the president of TAJ Toastmasters, don't have to say a 7-minute speech to express how he motivates. He's living by doing that. He just need to say, I am the president of TAJ Toastmasters Club. And that summarizes that he's a great motivator. For somebody to motivate others, I have heard that you need to motivate individuals. You need to bring around a vision and live the vision. And what Toastmaster Dr. Mahesh Pillai as a president, during his program year, he showcased us was an absolutely a great example of awesome visionary leadership. Thank you. And we are humbled to have been a member of your team. When during his speech delivery, to evaluate on a speech, during his speech delivery, when he said, I was a president, he came forward and touched his heart and said, I am the president, which means he is not only a leader, but he is an excellent speaker. He uses the gesture of his body, hand movements, everything to drag the audience completely into his speech. When he said, "I lead from the front," he puts his arms forward. See, all these are small things which all of us can learn from an eminent speaker like Toastmaster Dr. Mahesh Pillai. Considering Toastmaster Doctor has spoken over for 13 plus levels, 13 plus awards which he had won. That means 13 plus levels he have completed. This program here itself, the number of speeches which he have done would have crossed a half century. At this level, there are a lot of recommendations which I would like to suggest, but to take up this speech to the next level, I will give you a small, humble suggestion which everybody would give. One is to have a story. One story, one incident in your tenure as a leader where you inspired one person. A story where he was demotivated, maybe me. Take my example, take many examples. Who you have pulled by your hand and said, "Manas, way to go." And that story would have changed the entire concept of your speech. With this small recommendation, I would like to congratulate once again for your awesome motivational speech. Back to the general evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Manas. It was a great evaluation. Now let us hear from our timer. All the evaluators are qualified?
All speakers, all evaluators are qualified.
Thank you very much, timer. Now the time for voting for the best evaluator. While the voting is going on, let us hear from our meeting leaders, today's pillars of this meeting. Let me invite Toastmaster Karthikeyan to deliver his R-counter report.
Once again, good evening, evaluator. Toastmaster Muhammad Iqbal Qasim used a 3 times, 1 times, but 1 times. Toastmaster Sunil Idikula used a 5 times, 3 times, 2 times, so 3 times, but 2 times, and repeats the word like us and 3 times. This DTM Sridhar used a 3 times, 3 times, and repeats the word of 4 times. Toastmaster Arnachalam used a 2 times, 2 times, and used the communication style more than 10 times. Toastmaster Dr. Mahesh used a 1 times, well 1 times, so 2 times, but 2 times. Thank you. Back to the evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Karthik, for a wonderful and detailed R-counter report. Now, let us hear from our grammarian Toastmaster Neetu Radish.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Good evening, Toastmaster and guest. Today I didn't come across any improper languages. I'm happy to share some quotes which I like most. The quotes are, every ending has a new beginning. The second one, let your food be your medicine and your medicine be your food. Thank you, and back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Grammarian. It's very pleasure. This all our members are, the become great speakers. That is a very, very positive thing. Now, let us hear from our timer, Toastmaster Jabir Ali.
Let me share my screen. There is a problem in sharing the screen. Share screen.
Toastmaster Jabir Ali, you can share the screen now.
Okay. Once again, good evening to fellow Toastmasters. Timing for the prepared speeches. Toastmaster Muhammad Iqbal Qasim took 7 minutes 28 seconds, qualified. Toastmaster Sunil Idikula took 7 minutes 49 seconds, not qualified. Toastmaster DTM Sridhar, SR Sridhar took 6 minutes 53 seconds, qualified. Toastmaster Dr. Arunachalam took 6 minutes 34 seconds, qualified. Toastmaster Dr. Mahesh Pillai took 7 minutes 13 seconds, qualified. For evaluations, Toastmaster Muhammad Shakir took 3 minutes 13 seconds, qualified. Toastmaster Guru Rajan took 3 minutes 24 seconds, qualified. Toastmaster Abdul Nazir took 2 minutes 53 seconds, qualified. Toastmaster Dr. Mahesh Pillai took 3 minutes 5 seconds, qualified. Toastmaster Manas Al Bukhari took 3 minutes 21 seconds, qualified. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jabir Ali, for the detailed report. Now, can you stop the sharing? Yeah, thank you. Now, let me invite our Wordmaster. I think Wordmaster is not available now. Okay, let us go. So we completed all the meeting leaders report today. So this is the time for voting for the best meeting leader. While the meeting leader voting is going on, let me complete the general evaluators report. One of the unique thing about the TAJ Toastmasters TAJ Toastmasters is the meeting will start on time. 7:15, 1 second. This is the time for 7 o'clock, 15 minutes, 1 second. This is the starting time for the TAJ Toastmasters Club. And all the meeting, the president introduced all the guests and the facilitator introduced the theme of the day in a very nice way. All the speakers are well prepared and delivered. All the evaluations was wonderful. Overall, the meeting was excellent. I don't have anything to suggest about this meeting. Only a small suggestion, if I can say, is our Wordmaster is missing at the end of the meeting. So it is better to that I have a request to this VP Education. Whenever you are taking any of the meeting leaders, he should be available for throughout the meeting. Now, everything is excellent. I request all the speakers to take a note about the feedback of your evaluators and implement or adapt into your next speech. With this, let me conclude my session. Thank you very much, all the evaluators and all the meeting leaders, and over to you, General Toastmaster of the evening.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nandu Kottarat, for conducting this session so greatly. Please give him a big round of applause. Fellow Toastmasters and my dear guest, we shall always be willing to be a beginner every single morning. Whatever we say in our life, when something ends, we can say, turning the page, move on. Whatever you say, doesn't matter. You can name anything. What actually it matters is you leave your past behind. Don't carry it all throughout your life. Leave past behind and move forward. Enjoy the best moment of your life. Whatever ends is actually not the end. It is not the end, but it is just a new beginning in a new life in a new way. It is the point where our story is going to be transitioned from one chapter to another chapter. And believe me, the life has more and more better things coming in our way. So we shall be always welcoming the end of anything that happens, embrace it, and you will be seeing a new beginning in front of you. You shall be always ready to welcome that. Keep confidence in yourself. Keep moving in the right direction of your dream. Let us learn from today's meeting that we shall not get hopeless of any ending. Rather, be ready to welcome the new beginning. Be humble, be teachable. The world is not small what we think. It is far beyond our expectation, beyond our imagination. There is always a room for the new idea, new step, and the new beginning. With this, I conclude the session. We come to end of this today's meeting. I thank all the members, all the participants, meeting leaders, those who have supported me to conduct this session. And with this, I would like to conclude my session, and I will be signing off and handing over the lectern back to the presiding officer, Dr. Mahesh Pillai. The stage is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mohammad Hassan Hussain. I'm sorry, I'm facing some problems, so I cannot turn on the video for some time. Dear Toastmasters and guests, let's give him a big round of applause. Now we have some guests today, and also new members. So let's get the feedback from our new members and guests. First, I would like to call our new member, Toastmaster PK Philip. Toastmaster Philip, appreciate if you can unmute your video and microphone and give a 1-minute feedback.
Hi, good evening, Toastmaster members. The rounds were very good. I mean, the styles of presentation, the content and all were very informative, and it was communicated very well. And it was a pleasure to witness all this and gain new insights from them. Looking forward for the future meetings.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Philip. Now I'd like to welcome our guest, Mr. Noor, Mismal Noor Muhammad.
Thank you very much for the great opportunity. This is my second session. I'm as of now my firing increasing to join your team. I want to learn more and more. One day I want to become on the screen, inshallah. The today's session is the fantastic and wonderful message for same like beginners. It is very useful. Thanks again to you and your team. Very good.
Thank you so much, so Mismal Noor. Now I'd like to welcome another guest, Mr. Jiso Thomas. Mr. Jiso, appreciate if you can provide us a 1-minute feedback.
Hi, thank you for inviting me. It was good. I couldn't attend the complete speeches. I hardly attended 2 or 3, but it was good, really inspiring. This is the one I was actually looking for. I was expecting. So really happy to be a part of this wonderful TAJ Toastmaster family. And the speech, I could attended Dr. Mahesh Pillai's speech. It was good. Then other one, I couldn't remember all the names. Sorry for that. Altogether, everyone was very, they presented in very confident manner. That was really, I could feel that pleasant faces, and there were no much tension. Everyone delivered in a very, very good manner. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Jiso, for your feedback. Yes, in Toastmasters, we make sure that everybody is positive. We provide positive feedback. This is where the members positively appreciate each other so that we learn together. Thank you so much. Now I'll share the voting link for the best of big. There's no big three, there's only big two. So please vote for the big two. And dear members, please participate in the voting because we need to motivate our members. So please vote for the big two. Now, the event chair, Toastmaster Jijo is not there. Anybody want to share anything? Toastmaster Manas, you want to share any information or anything?
Nothing as such, but just wanted to let you know that we are giving free access to our members' children for the Gavel Club. So make utilize of this opportunity. Ask your children to be a part of TAJ Gavel Club. If you want any reference, you can always search YouTube for TAJ Toastmasters. And we are coming live during our meetings. And also kindly subscribe our YouTube channel so that you can view your videos as well. Just go through it and improve from yourself, and also motivate our Gaveliers. We meet every Saturday. Do come across if you are free. Give your suggestions and views and recommendations of our Gavel Club meetings and give in some inputs. We would love to have you, Tajians, coming up to our Gavel Club and coaching and guiding our children for a better future. I can see most of your children are there, but I would love to recommend there are many others who are not still a member. It's a free access for all the Tajians. And this is a catch point for inviting new memberships. You know, one thing I personally love is, like, for example, I have my colleague Shakir here. When Toastmaster Shakir speaks, I feel very happy to see him speak. Likewise, when I speak, I see whether Toastmaster Shakir is here so that we can have a chat. How my speech was when I go back to my office. In a similar manner, if you could attract your office people, your team members, your colleagues who definitely need the support of TAJ Toastmasters Club, keep them informed, ask them to connect with any of the ExCom members, and you yourself can explain the membership criteria, and let us all bring in more great speakers so that we will be in a platform where we will listen to vivid variety. Today, you know, Toastmaster Iqbal talked about UHT milk. I got a lot of information. So like that, you know, let us make our forum so informative and let us bring members with a lot of capacity so that we learn from them. Wishing for a great annual day. I can see a lot of hard work happening behind the scene. Inshallah, looking forward for a colorful event with a lot of rewards and recognitions. Back to deciding officer.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Manas. Dear members, TAJ Gavels Club we have started for our children, basically. So make use of it, and that is a great learning opportunity. See the children learn faster than us. That's a great opportunity to develop your kids. So the results are ready. I'll be sharing the screen now.
Sir,
yes, Toastmaster Sunil.
Sir, regarding the article for the annual magazine, I have received only few. I mean, 3 or 4 members. I got it from 3 or 4 members. So please, everybody, I need everybody's article. So please, all the members, please support me, and we need to be a. Everybody needs to write the article, and we will release the. We are planning to do the releasing for these articles. And sorry, for the annual magazines covering page, or all the things for this annual day. So before the, if we can get it all these articles also, we can add it in the same time. So please, I got only Jijo, Toastmaster Jijo, Toastmaster Muhammad Hassan Hussain, and Toastmaster Sunny Guruvala's daughters, like that. Some very few. So I need everybody's article.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sunil, for the information. Okay, please also share a message in our active group so that the members who are not there, they'll also get the information. Dear members, please share your articles or your kids' articles. We can publish anything in our magazine. Okay, so let me share the results. Best prepared speaker, Toastmaster Dr. Arunachalam. Best evaluator, Toastmaster Mohammed Shakir. Congratulations. Best meeting leader, Toastmaster Needu Ramesh. And best of big two, Toastmaster Hassan Hussain. So dear Toastmasters and guests, let's give them a big round of applause. Toastmaster Manas, can you play the national anthem?
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
Thank you all. Now the meeting is officially adjourned. We have completed the meeting 18 minutes earlier. Once again, congratulations to all for maintaining the timing. Now the floor is open for any discussion.
We missed 2 speeches. For that, we are so ahead of time today.
Yeah, we missed 2 speeches. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sunil is there? Sunil Edikula?
Yeah, he just left.
Oh. Who is following up with Gavel members, Gavel students?
Gavels, I am the counselor, sir.
Yeah, but Sunil knows that guy. Anyway, I'll message him. I'll talk to him.
Sure.
One more member easily you'll get. One more boy.
No, we need members for the next program year. That is from July. Now it's almost mid of this month. So we can add members from 1st of July now.
No, I'm talking about Gavel.
Okay.
At one shot, you'll get 2 members.
Toastmaster Iqbal, awesome speech today.
Parent.
Thank you. Thank you.
And
it's my field. It's my field.
Yeah,
great
fantastic.
Topic selection. The topic
awesome.
Selected was very, very great. It was very familiar to all of us. We don't know what milk we take. Just we go and take from the supermarket.
Yeah, I should thank Muhammad Hussain for giving me this selection of topic, first of all.
Fantastic.
He's my guru.
That's nice. And awesome guru you have got.
Thank you.
And how do this UHT milk is from milk powder?
It's only fresh milk.
Because earlier Al Marai used to have it from milk, fresh milk, but now they changed it to milk powders.
No, now only fresh milk. I went to their plant directly.
Really? But it's mentioned there, right? In the fresh cow's milk powder.
If you have whole milk over there, it's complete whole milk, nothing else added to there.
Okay.
If it's like skimmed milk or any other thing, low fat, this is something added inside. As a whole milk, full fat is inside. And I have a small query for a Gavels Club.
Yes.
Okay, now if I make join, I am a VP membership for a new club. Okay, if I make join new club members in another club with what grand professionals, those members can access Taj Gavel?
No, they can definitely at a payment, but free access is for Taj Toastmasters members.
Almost all Taj members inside.
No, but that is a different club altogether. We are not getting money.
Login through Taj. Login via Taj Toastmaster Iqbal.
Okay.
Yeah, make them dual members. It's very easy. Dual membership doesn't need
Most
that
of us are dual member there, so you can come via here.
Okay. Just a query.
No, it's that's I mean, you know, it's always, there is no restriction for any joining any Gavel clubs, but our Gavel club will have an admission fee which will be equivalent to a Toastmasters fee. So better get a Toastmaster membership, and then your Gavel get a free membership. That's it.
Okay, fine.
That's a 2-in-1 offer.
For me, 3-in-1 offer.
Good that you are started working towards your membership. All the best. I saw your picture in the flyer.
Yeah. This is because of Toastmaster Gyros. Roy Jose.
No, it's very good to take up leadership roles early from the beginning, so that, you know, within 1 year you complete a DTM criteria.
I was to come back to you for the DTM project. What is the criteria? What are the things to do? I will come
2 days back I submitted. I think it's like 2 years now. I've joined. Me and Toastmaster Nandu are the fastest DTM scorers in, I believe, if we get successful.
Toastmaster Jijo, he has started DTM project. I saw him.
I think there are around 6-7 DTMs coming up in Taj.
Can you give me the brief criteria? What is the eligibility to go for that project?
It's a 1 year XCOM role.
Okay.
Correct. There are a lot of DTMs watching me. 1 year XCOM role, a club coach role, or a club sponsor, right?
It's a club coach or a district leader.
District
or a club
leader.
mentor.
Or a club mentor. That was only for this year, actually. District leader is a mandatory for coming years.
Okay.
Then you need to be a club mentor, or you can do a speechcraft or a youth leadership program. So I will send you the list, a tracking list, so that you will understand it easily.
Toastmaster Manas, appreciate if you can share it in the main group so that all the members will get the information.
Yes. So this year I don't have any chance to go for that, right?
No.
No. That's awesome, yeah. I like the way you approach things here, Toastmaster. I will, what I will do is I will send you the DTM award application form in the group. Is that okay? So that it has everything.
No, there is one particular, like one sheet information which covers all.
I have that.
See, you are the one who motivated all of us to become DTMs. See, Manas is the one who started the, he always do that. He always do that. He made us to think of fitness. He made most of us to buy bicycles.
That too, actually, it gives energy to me as well, but unfortunately I cannot do that. At least next year I will try, sure.
Yeah, it's good. See, if you know the criteria, you can work towards that. And we have like good that like new members are taking the interest, and I'm sure it's going to be beneficial for you and all other members.
I have a tracker which I made for this year actually. I will send the tracker across.
ATM Sridhar, how are you? You're muted.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just listening to you all.
Actually, we need more information or more guidance from distinguished Toastmaster Sridhar. You are the veteran one here. So
No, we'll
your
give you-
guidance will be more helpful for us.
Our rising star Manas is doing. He's a Virat Kohli of our club now.
Great, yes.
What will Sunil Gavaskar and all talk? Virat Kohli is there.
Old is always gold. So we shall not forget Kapil Dev. He was the first man to bring the World Cup.
Yeah, Kapil Dev, I agree. No,
I wish I was Virat Kohli.
My only suggestion would be try to become a very good speaker. When you call yourself distinguished Toastmaster, you should be really distinguished. There are many distinguished Toastmasters in the district who cannot even speak 2 lines.
I know a few, but I'm not named though.
So you need to be really focus on better speaking. So what happens, and then you really, people look up at you. Okay. This question was asked to, when our district was being formed, District 79, Gavin Blackie, the international president, had come here. So George Zacharias asked him. George Zacharias is the past president of the club. So he says, I find distinguished, is there any quality criteria? There are many distinguished persons who cannot speak, he said, cannot speak properly. So what is it? That is that you need to have stringent quality control, stringent evaluation, so that. So he also smiled at that time. So there are we see who complete this distinguished Toastmaster within a year also. There are a few people who have done it, but then the quality is very poor. And distinguished does not mean just achieving the target. After that, you have to inspire people by deeds and everything. That's very important. So many of my friends like Ron Jacob, Matthew Scorian, I mean, they became distinguished after long years.
Thank you, DTM Sridhar. You're right. They are not only reducing their value, but also the value of DTM and Toastmasters. The people who become DTM just by fulfilling the criteria, not following the quality things. And because of that, people, our value, Toastmasters value, and everything will go out. So we should not be encouraging that type of people.
Keep on practicing good speeches. Try to become a very good speaker.
Certain things which I didn't know when I joined the club is what exactly is a club coach and a club mentor was, which I recently came to know when I actually started understanding what exactly is the requirement for DTM. Club mentor is for new clubs. Like, for example, we have Mecca Toastmasters Club where DTM Sridhar is the president. We have a club mentor for that club. Those people will help the club come up. That is club mentor. Club coach is for an existing club which is going down, which is not distinguished club status. It is like struggling to move ahead. Those clubs needs a club coach. So club coach and club mentors are two different things.
Club coach means there's, as I said, there's a criteria. Less than 12 members, I think, no?
Yeah, less than 12 members.
Less than
12 members, is it true? Or less than 7 members? I don't know.
Less than 12 members.
Less than 12 members. And then why they gave this thing was the coach is to become a real coach. What people do, they coach the club to that period and then later on leave it. Then they'll go to, by the time they get big, they become DTM. So you need to follow up till the end. Really becoming a coach. Mentor means you're mentoring each and every member, seeing that it grows. So whatever this, when you're mentoring itself, your speaking skills, your listening skills, not only that, your listening skills, your coaching skills, and also your empathetic skills. Emotional intelligence improves. When your emotional intelligence improves, this is where Toastmaster is looking at. It's not just because I know there are people who became a mentor, notional mentors in the club, and then they submitted notional mentors, notional sponsors. I, so that's what we need. We should not try to beat the system. We should have the system. So that our aim should be to really become really distinguished. So all these criteria we need to follow. That's what I say.
Thanks. So, Diploma Toastmasters Club
I can give you one example.
is one such example.
No example I can give you. Mecca Toastmasters, they wanted to appoint a mentor from US.
Okay.
And then sponsor also from US. I declined it. I said no. I want. I told you, can that mentor or sponsor attend all the meetings? So they said no, not all the meetings, a few meetings. They said no, it's not criteria. A mentor should attend all the meetings. Sponsor should attend all the meetings. Not only attend, he should add value to the meetings. If he is going to do, then so they withdrew. Then I said Dr. Sundar, Sunny, myself, we became. That's how we became. So that's why we have to help the club to grow, the people to grow. That's very important. There are people who just to become fake DTMs, they just become a mentor and then they leave the club in lurch.
We look forward for the next annual day, right? Do we have any agenda for that, or?
Yeah, it will be shared by at last. Tomorrow we have a meeting, then we'll share it.
Okay.
So almost finalized. So Sponsor Jijo is not there, otherwise he would have added more light on it. It's like to summarize that, to say, give you an idea, it's like a hybrid type of one. Only the organizers and the will be there in one area, and all others will be online, and it will include cultural events from the Toastmasters and Cavaliers.
How long the duration? What
Duration
will be the duration?
We're not decided starting, but tentatively it starts at 2 o'clock and we'll finish by 6. Normally our physical annual days, it will start in the evening, then it go up to 9, 10, 11 o'clock, something like that.
Yeah. We had just one chance in this program year to get together physically. That was our membership, I think, what to say, the day when we got our membership pin.
Yeah, see what we used to have, like we used to finish our meeting by 9:30, 9:40. Then we used to have lunch together in the same, we used to meet in that restaurant, say Masala Zone. It was Almas restaurant before. Not Almas, it was like Bharat restaurant. Bharat restaurant, now it's Masala Zone. We also used to meet in Almas restaurant, and we used to have dinner together after the meeting, and that was the time people socialized. We talked to each other, and that created a bond. It's like a family bond between the members. So those who are there, like they're still, online, that thing has been reduced, but still we try to maintain it. But that bond will help. That's the difference between TAJ and other members. We also give long time to socialize. And we finish, like we go home sometimes, we come out at 10:30 maybe, then we stay out near the car, we talk, we go home at around 11:30, something like that. So that was the way we used to conduct the meeting. So the personal bond between the members were like too high, and that's how we worked as a team. And all the seniors and all the people on the EXCOM who continued the same way of conducting meetings and socializing and all. So that's, I'll say, that's one of the success of TAJ. We know that, okay, we say something, there are somebody to, as a president, if I say something, I know there will be a team behind me to support. And just there'll be people who come voluntarily and support. And the events we conducted, the 2 events we conducted, see, there was responsibility for each person, but nobody was not taking care, like what is their responsibility. They supported each other. They work hard together in the same spirit, and that's is missing, I'm saying. You are also a member of many clubs. How much time we speak like this, how personally connected we are in TAJ, and what about the other clubs? You people are in other responsible, Iqbal Qasim and responsible Hassan, and all in other clubs. You people can feel the difference of TAJ and other clubs.
Live is going on. No? Live is going
Sorry?
on. Live is going on.
Okay.